Niggas out here be talking about for sure. Nah, nigga, this H-time, nigga, it's for shit show. Yeah, reason. Fist glow, neck glow, ears cold, wrist froze, shining in this bitch, bro. That's for shit show. Playing around with big dough. That's for shit show. Put the whole click on. That's for shit show. Beamers in, Benzo, stay down, 10 toes. Pockets called Winslow. That's for shit show. You know players get chose. That's for shit show. That's just how the shit go. That's for shit show. Used to be the nigga that was shopping in the window. Now I'm such a dime from my head to my big toe. Step up in the bitch and I'm fresher than some Mentos. Hoes see the kid and they pop it and they get low. I don't body shame, but I will tell you this though. My pockets ain't fat, nigga. They just big bone. Think I work for Shipley's cause I'm playing around with big dough. I ain't busted rhymes, but I still a going, still a know.
Hey, we back. It's the man behind the hands, Mo City Menis. And today we here with none other than possibly the new face of Houston boxing. The man's reputation is preceding itself all over the country. He's got the internet going crazy. He's got the boxing gyms going crazy. He got everybody in the streets talking about him. It's the man, grind time himself, Breyon Gorham. What's up, baby?
My brother, man. What's up with you?
You know what I'm saying?
My brother, man.
Man, Breyon, man, we over here at H-Town. Shout out to them for letting us kick it and do this today. You know what I'm saying? I know for me, I gotta ask, man, I gotta find out about your humble beginnings, man. Where you from, bro?
Man, originally I was born in Gary, Indiana. My mom, she from Chicago. My pops, he from Gary. You know, I moved out here in 2008, so Houston like always been my second home, but
for sure.
But Gary, Indiana, my first home. You know, that's where everybody at, my family and stuff like that. So you know, that's where we came from, and I come from a boxing family. Sure,
tell me about it.
My uncles was used to box. My grandpas, you know, I was always put around boxing.
So you almost like a third generation boxer.
Yeah, yeah. Both of my mom brothers box. Her dad box. You know, boxing come from my mom's side of the family. So yeah, like I say, you know, Unc he got a story to tell in itself. You know, but that's something totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like so I come from a boxing family.
Started off in Gary, Indiana. You migrated with family here to the Houston area. How was your upbringing when you got here? I mean, was it normal like everybody else? Your mom, dad, siblings, what you got going?
For real, like, all right, so when we first moved out here, it was I got 5 brothers in total right now. When we first moved out here, I had 3 brothers. It was 4 of us in total. So, you know, moving from home, migrating to a new area, it was a little tough in the beginning. But, you know, like, God had his hand on our family, man. Sure. Like, he always had his hand on our family. And, you know, and like I said, in the beginning, it was rough, but, you know, we was able to make Houston a home, you know.
So you grew up, when did you initially get into the boxing gym? Is it before you got out here or when you got out here to Houston?
So like I said, you know, boxing always been in my family, you know, since I was born from birth, you know, they was speaking that over my life.
Gotcha.
My mom always told me, like, when I came out the womb, my grandpa, they was at the hospital and they was like, oh yeah, look at his head. That's going to be the boxing type job. You see what I'm saying? So that's something they always told me. And, you know, they just spoke it over my life, man. And my mom, she used to take me to my uncle fights and stuff like that.
As a youngster?
Yeah, as a youngster, yeah. And 3 years old, 2 years old, my uncles would put me in front of the TV watching fights with them and stuff like that. So
you always been exposed to it. So when did you decide to, hey, it's me, it's my time, I'm going to take it serious as far as learning the family trade, I guess you could say. But when did you decide to go, you know what, I'm in here now? What age, around what time?
So it was around, I was 14, finna be 15, April of 2015.
Wow, you knew the date.
Yeah. April, I'll never forget it. April 2015, my dad came home from work. And it's so crazy how it happened. So look, I'm going to tell you the whole story. I'm going to keep it blunt, bro. I'm going to keep it 100. So, and my pops probably already know this story, but if he watched this, he going to find out. So I remember the day my pops came home. It was like, I think it was probably like a Friday or something like that. Because he told me that next Monday we was going to go to the gym. So that Friday he came home from work. He told me like, oh yeah, Brian, I found a gym. Like, it's right here up the street. We go to that mug on Monday. They start fresh on Monday, Monday through Friday. So I'm like, cool, you know. And at the time, like, I was kind of a hothead as a kid too. Like in middle school, like, you know how it be when you growing up.
Yeah.
You know, getting some little fights and this, that, and the other. So man, I remember that Monday. I went to school, and I was chilling with some homies. We skipped in class and stuff like that. And we was at this corner store at Key Middle School. So if people know where Key Middle School at, it's another like a community college right next to it. And across the street from that community college, it's a corner store right there. Okay. We used to call it the Key Store. So I was up there with a couple of my homies and stuff, and we walked up there at first. We bought some stuff. We went back to the school. We came back up there, and there was a guy. He was helping everybody out the store. He telling them like, hey, you know, like, hey, y'all can't be coming here. Y'all skipping school. Y'all supposed to be at school, this and the other anyway. So we like, man, like, we come to the store all the time anyway. He's like, nah, we ain't letting nobody in here. And mind you, this is a dude like off the street. He like trying to like instruct like who coming in and out the store.
He regulating who coming in.
Yeah, he regulating, and he don't even work there. So we like, man, like, hell no, he tripping. So you ain't tripping if I cuss on her.
Give a damn.
Nah, for sure. So he tripping like about us coming to the store. So my homie, he's like, so dude, something's back. My homie like, man, I really pop off on him. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you ain't on that. You ain't on that. He like, all right, bet we go back to the store. At the time, we probably like 8 deep, bro. Like, hey, we 14, young in the mud. We young.
Yeah.
About 8 deep, we walk back up to the store. Dude talk about some, oh yeah, didn't I tell you I go back to school? My homie's like, what you talking about? So before a dude could say something, homie popped in the mouth. He punched off on him. So dude coming out the store, and he trying to fight my homie. So we all tell him like, dude, he really like older than us. Our homeboy, he was like one of them kids. He older, but in a smaller grade, type joint. So bro was just he was a flunky type shit. So yeah, he fighting a 1-on-1, and dude get to grabbing him. He grabbed him. While they fighting, dude grabbed him, and we all jumped in, got to beat him up. Boom, all over punching on him, and like we did him so bad, like he had a gash on his head that was so bad. And I remember while we was on the ground beat him up, we had beat him all the way to the ground. Yeah. And dude while we beat him up, he reached in his pocket, he pulled out one of them blades. It got the different signs on them, the small one. So he pulled out the biggest blade on bitch. We all like, somebody yelled like, he got a knife. So we all like scattered like ants, bro. We ran across the street, bro. I had blood on my shorts, my shoes. I had a white t-shirt on because at the time I was in 6th grade, so 6th graders, they wore like white t-shirts. Yeah. So I had like blood on my shirt, had some white forces, I had blood on my forces, bro. And I remember that day, like that was the first day I was gonna go to the gym, because after I got out of school, I was gonna go to the gym that day. Yeah. So man, it was like that whole day I laid low. The police came to the school, they was looking for everybody's stuff, they ran the cameras and shit up there, you know, we ain't getting in trouble. Yeah. Lord, thank God I ain't getting in trouble, but yeah, I just remember that situation. Yeah. And me having to go to the gym.
I mean, that was literally right as you was starting to get into it. That's crazy, man. So, you know, when you stepped into the gym, what gym did you go into? You know?
So it was the gym off of Mason Road. Norberto Blanco was the head trainer over there. Ultimate Warriors boxing gym. Sure. Right off Mesa. It's still there. There's a lot of good projects that come out of there. Shoot, my boy, Don Mouton came from out of there. Okay. What's my boy, the O Snatcher? Marquise Taylor. He was one of the first pros I see. He had just turned pro.
So you watched him get his career started.
He had just turned. I don't even think he had his first pro fight yet.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, shout out to Marquise.
Marquise, that's my brother, man. He really like one of the guys who raised me through boxing. Yeah. I came up watching him. You know, they used to let me spar with him and stuff like that. I'm 14 years old. No,
he's 6'1".
Tall in the mug. He was tall back then. He had to be about like 20 years old. Yeah, 21 years old. So you know, I was around them guys early.
Yeah, that's a dog too. So, you know, your career got started off at a gym. You seeing pro guys get going. Anything that sparked you to say, you know what, I'm going to take this even more serious? Or, you know, was it the gym in itself? Or you just was like, man, I'm going to be the best amateur I could be? Or where was you at with it?
So, like, when I went to that gym, you know, everybody said it, even my pops. When we first went to the gym, my first sparring session and stuff, they said I was like a fish of water to it. You know, like I said, I come from a boxing family.
It was just natural.
I was already around boxing. Yeah. I came in that mug. You know, a lot of kids, when they come in there, if they right-handed, they come in there left-handed stance. I came in there right-handed stance. Yeah. I had everything, and the athleticism, I had it all. And coach used to be telling my dad, like, man, he like a fish of water. Like, you sure like he ain't been boxing already? Yeah. My pops was like, nah, this is the first gym I ever took him to. So he was beating up the kids in there that had experience and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, when I knew I was gonna take it serious, when I won my first national title. Like,
talk to me about it, man. Going up to it, on the way to it, you got to win quite a few fights to win a national title.
Yeah. So
walking your way through it, tell me how that was.
So my very first fight, we had the Houston Golden Gloves. For sure. I was a newcomer in the Houston Golden Gloves. My very first fight, I had won them up by stoppage. You know, I was crying like a baby. That was something new to me.
That was big.
Yeah, it was something new to me. And, You know, we won a gold medal down in Houston on the Houston Golden Gloves. You know, we had a couple fights then. Also advanced that, you know, my team, I had less fights, but they put me as having more fights so I can be able to compete on the state level and the national level. So, shoot, man, when we had fought JO regionals, and the regional team was to go on to the JO states.
Gotcha.
So, and man, it was a couple guys on that team. It was me on that team. It was Giovanni Marquez on that mug.
For sure.
I think Oscar Perez is on there, if I'm not mistaken. It was a couple of us on there. And man, at the time I had like 7 fights. And I'm going over there with guys, they had 80 fights and 100 fights and stuff like that.
And you got how many?
I had 5 fights. But they told them, like, you have to have more than 10 fights.
Yeah. So you had more.
Yeah, I had more, but I had 5 fights. So, man, my first fight on the bracket, going to States, I fought a guy with 80 fights. I'd never forget his name, man. Lord rest his soul. I found out a couple years later that he had passed away. Wow. Kid from San Antonio, his name George Ramos.
Okay, George Ramos.
I think Dallas or San Antonio, one of the two. But yeah, he was one of the first guys on the bracket they put me against. He had 80 fights. He was ranked number 5 in the country. You know, everything like that. It's so crazy. Look, I beat him, and they robbed me so bad. I remember I felt so bad. My coaches, he was cussing out all the officials and stuff like that.
They knew it was dirty.
Yeah, they knew it was dirty, and I did the dude so bad. I remember I had it in my mind, like, oh yeah, I know I got this.
Yeah.
It felt so easy, like, and they ended up robbing me that fight, and I remember, I never forget, the kid came up and told me, he's like, bro, that was a good fight, bro. I feel like you got that. He told me.
Oh, he told you?
Yeah, he told me that.
Okay.
So it was like, boom. I'm like, all right. But I remember I came back to the hotel room and I was crying. I called my pops and stuff. I'm crying. I'm like, damn, they did it to me back. I didn't know, at the time, I didn't know what a robbery was, you know.
Yeah.
You know, my team, by the way coaching them was acting, I was like, damn, something off.
Wrong,
something off. So
it wasn't just a regular loss.
It wasn't just a regular loss, nah, man. Like, rest of his soul, man, George Ramos. I always kept him on my mind because in the future I wanted to see him again, but I ended up looking him up one day and I had found out he passed like a couple years back,
So talk to me about getting ready to fight for the national title.
Okay, so my very first nationals that we went to, it was the one I won. I'll never forget. It was Western Qualifiers in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wow. I was fighting at, I think I was fighting at 141 at the time. Yeah, 141. I was fighting at 141. So, yeah, we went out there to Albuquerque. Shout out to my boy Junior and Jonathan, his pops, Saul Gonzalez, man. Saul Gonzalez, he like a second father to me. He raised me through boxing. He always paid for everything, to go on the trips, to go to different
always looked out.
Like that. Yeah, man. You know, I never came out of pocket. He was like a second dad to me. You know, his sons was boxing too, so we was like all brothers.
Team, a real brotherhood.
Yeah, real brotherhood, man. And you know, he took us and he paid out all the money out of his pocket, you know, to make sure we go to national and stuff like that, because he seen something in us. So, like I said, he took us to Albuquerque, New Mexico. We drove out there. It was probably like a 15-hour drive, I believe. We went out there, man, and bro, we conquered it. I had fought 2 days. It was supposed to be 3, but I had got a walkover because a guy didn't make weight. For sure. So they passed me on.
Yeah, advanced you.
And I ended up going to finals. Okay. And I fought a guy, he had like 140 fights. Freddie Rojas' little brother.
Oh, yeah.
Emmanuel Rojas.
Yeah, Emmanuel Rojas. They read 0 to 100,
Yeah, I fought Emmanuel Rojas. I never forget. And I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous in the mug, too.
So you fought Emmanuel Rojas for your first national title?
My first national title. Okay. So for the finals.
Yeah, for the finals.
And I'm watching him, like, demolish dudes, like, all the way up. Nice. I'm watching him demolish dudes all the way up to this. So I'm like, damn, this one gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
I remember the night before, I was in the hotel room. You know, coaching them, playing with me and stuff. They like, oh yeah, bro, I know you scared. I'm like, nah, I ain't scared. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, bro, this shit gonna be tough. Like, I'm feeling it, you know. But I went in there. When I went in there, you know, every time I go in there and I throw the first punch, them butterflies go away.
Yeah.
They go away. So I remember being in there with him, and when I got to hit him and stand with him, I'm seeing in his face like, damn, he having to think too. So that's what made me feel like, you know, like I can go somewhere far with him. Yeah. I'm competing on this level.
You're making a veteran in this lane have to rethink his steps and play it safe.
That's exactly right, bro. And like,
you saw that you were a threat.
I saw that I was a threat. That's exactly what it was. And that even it didn't matter how many fights somebody had, or how much experience you had. It's like what you do when you get in there.
Yeah, you know, that's what it's about.
That's exactly what it's about. And there's a lot of guys, you know, in Houston that was started boxing way before me.
For sure.
And I advanced to a whole nother level.
Yeah. I mean, but you got a lot of culture in the sense that you've lived in different places in the country. You've kind of put yourself in different situations by being in that. So you going from one side of the country to another side of the country. You competing in this gym. You fighting in Houston Golden Gloves and entering regional tournament, national tournament. I mean, you had already started putting yourself in different spots early, you know, and it sounded like you was acclimating yourself to being in those places to where what it seemed like to me is you were born to do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't make that turnover so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, the coach was asking, you sure you ain't done this before? I think some people just genetically got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can run off a few names of people who just got it because they were born with it, but you clearly somebody who was born with it. So going into that national fight, you actually won it. You won it by decision?
Yeah, I won it by decision. I think it was a unanimous decision. Yeah, man.
What's the feeling when one? I ain't never won no national title.
Yeah.
How does one feel when they raising your hand? They say you nationally, you him. How does that feel?
Man, it's so crazy because like after all my big wins, I always get emotional, bro. Like
for sure,
just knowing like all the hard work we put in. So of course, you know, I cried after it, bro. I've always cried after a big win. My first amateur fight. I cried about that. I swear exactly like that. I'm talking about. I got on the phone. I called my pops, man. I was telling him, like, yeah, I won that mug. I won it. Like, we did it. Boom. Like, man, the feeling was just an amazing feeling, man. Because I remember everything that was up to that point, man. We was doubted so much. Like, we was doubted. And that we came and conquered them, man.
So, how many national titles did you end up winning?
I only won one national title, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't in the amateurs that long, shoot. I had 26 amateur fights.
Total.
26,
wow.
Yeah. Over time, they said I had like 60 or something like that.
Bro, I heard him say that. And I said, you know what? Maybe they know something. I don't know.
I don't know where that came from. I ain't gonna lie.
But really, it's
26.
26 amateur fights.
26.
So, what is it at 26 where you was like, you know what, it's time?
Yeah, man. Like you said, we was ringing bells early. Like just being in Houston, sparring the guys we was sparring and doing the things we was doing. You know, in the amateur, so
the word got out.
The word got out. Got out quick. You know, the boxing world is small.
Yeah, it's small.
So we had got a guy. He offered us something, and at the time, you know, like I said, we really wasn't in the best financial situation. So it looked real. Yeah,
entertain it.
It was real good. It looked real good, and the guy, he was real big around boxing at the time. He was big. His name was Lord rest his soul, Cameron Duncan. No, he passed away a couple years ago.
We know Cameron Duncan.
Yeah, Cameron Duncan.
He was Bud's manager, Boots manager.
Yeah.
He passed as Boots manager, I believe.
Yeah, he did, man. You know, he offered us a little contract.
So coming into turning pro, Cameron Duncan was seeking you
first one. That he was the first one that ever said something to us.
That's big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? that ain't small. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. So tell me about the first fight. You know what I'm saying? You go pro. You know what I'm saying? This is it. I'm about to have my first pro fight. Where your mind at?
All right, so I ain't gonna lie. Our first fight was in Mexicali, Mexico.
Okay.
I remember being worried about going over there because they said like the cartel was big, like in that area.
Thought you gonna get kidnapped or something?
I was gonna get kidnapped or something, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You holding Breyon for ransom?
I promise you. That's what I was thinking. You know, so that was something that was going through my mind. But you know, Cameron, he was always on the phone with me, talking to me. He's like, "Don't worry about it. You know, like where we gonna have you is gonna be a good spot. It's gonna be chill and this and the other." So I still went over there with that on my mind, but I was still focused on the fight at the same time. And at the time, Coach Rudy was my trainer.
For sure.
So, you know, Coach Rudy, he could speak Spanish and things like that. So when we go over there, we in Mexicali, Mexico. We fly to Yuma, Arizona. And from Yuma, Arizona, we drive over there.
Gotcha.
I think it was probably like 5 hours, I think. Like a 5-hour drive, I believe. I think so. If I'm not mistaken. From Yuma, Arizona.
Y'all rode for a while.
We rode for a while.
Yeah.
So, boom, we get over there, and I remember everything, man. The weigh-ins, how I felt, man. The weigh-ins, I was nervous, bro. Every fight, I'm always nervous. Every time.
How do you get out of the nervousness? Is it the fight itself, or it's just something in your mind that's got to get you through it, or what?
It's the fight itself. I feel like I say, every time I get in that ring and that first punch thrown, like all it go out the window.
For sure.
All the nervousness, all the butterflies. Because I'm here now. I can't just get out the ring. Shit. Yeah. I gotta handle my business, and you know I don't want to lose, so I gotta do what I do. It take me back to training, you know what I work on. But yeah, man, I remember being nervous. Coach wrapping my hands. She telling me like, Breyon, just do everything we do in training. Do what you do in the gym. If you do what you do in the gym, it's gonna be an easy fight. Yeah. Man, I bullshit you not, bro. The fight was 10 seconds, literally. Stop. The fight was literally 10 seconds.
First fight was 10 seconds.
I only threw one punch the whole fight. I got the video, but I can show you after this one. In and out, bro. And as fast as he was putting my hair on, he was talking to me. The faster he was unwrapping my gloves, taking everything off, I'm like, damn, the fight over.
Now I gotta go back home.
Now I gotta go back home for real. Bro, I was so happy. I remember being so happy, so excited, man. I was like, man, I just can't wait for the next one. Like, it's gonna be like this every time. Small gloves, I can do this to anybody. I felt powerful, bro.
Does that alter people's state of mind when they put them little 8-ounce gloves on?
I think so.
Because I mean, you in the gym, you got the big boys on, and then the fight happens, and then you throwing these little bitty gloves on. You know that he got the same gloves on. Yeah. Does that do anything in your mind?
It's like, once I start getting up in the competition, I start thinking about that. Like, oh yeah, I got the small gloves on too, but these dudes got the same thing. They as dangerous as I am, but I know how dangerous I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I always had that in my mind. Like, don't worry about what nobody else do. Worry about what you do in the ring. I know what I do in training camp. I know what I do in the gym, and I know how I am. So the skills I got, I believe in my skills a lot. So I go in there just, oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt this dude. I'm gonna hurt him. You know, like. I think about that's what I really think about. I try not to think about too much, but
yeah, because like, I mean I know a lot of people think about it from time to time, you know, because what is it, 54 where it changes again? Yeah. I mean, so just even thinking from that jump to that jump, back and forth. But anyway, so you get your first one knocked out, 10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
How soon do you go back in?
So that fight was January.
Man, you crazy with these dates. That's wild.
It was January. That was January of 2020. I think my next fight, probably like 2 months later, maybe.
So you got back in there?
Yeah, like March. I think it was like around March. I had fought on Next Fight Up card.
Okay.
In Houston. Yeah. I fought on the Next Fight Up card. I fought this he was like an MMA guy or something like that coming over to boxing. I stopped him with a body shot first round. Stopped him. I got that recruit. I got that video too, man. I try to keep tabs of everything.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Now.
Yeah, I try to keep tabs of everything, bro. Like and like I be knowing the dates so much because them is like
they stand out to you.
Yeah, them is like points in my life where I never forget.
It means something to you.
It means something to me. Yeah, even though all the fights I had in Mexico, like I remember them like vividly. You know what I'm saying? Like
man, so you was out there in Mexico. I know that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? People go to Mexico to get busy or start their career off. Devin Haney, more popularly in that sense, started his career out there. You know, what's the difference between starting in Mexico as opposed to out here?
I feel like the difference is it's cheaper fights.
For sure.
You know, they don't, you know, money in Mexico, the American dollar is a big currency in Mexico, so we could pay them $1,000. That's like a lot of money to them, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the competition is still the same. If anything, them guys more rugged than the guys out here.
Yeah.
If you want me, like, because it's all about how you matchmake your guys. I feel like a good matchmaker match you up and put you in the right fights at the right time. They're not just gonna stick you in there. If you're trying to build a fighter, you'll give them a bullshit fight, and then you give somebody that's tougher than them last three guys. Then you give them a bullshit fight, then you get somebody tougher.
So you basically build them up.
Exactly. Build that confidence, but on the way of getting there, if you're not learning the skills, you're not getting comfortable in the ring, you're not learning the skills, tightening up on different things. If you're doing the same thing every fight, there's no use doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with us, we was learning on the way, getting better.
Gosh, you was on the job training.
Yeah.
So talk to me about where you currently are. How did you get to the gym you at, which would be Lopez?
Yes, sir.
How did you get with Lopez Boxing Club?
So I remember around COVID time, things had got real slow for us, man. Cameron had us on the show. I remember I was at a point in my life right then, bro. I didn't even want to box no more. Like at the time I was probably like 3-0, 3 knockouts.
Wasn't nothing happening though.
Wasn't nothing going on. I went a whole year, bro, no boxing. You know, I trained for a fight, and like they'd tell me like a week before, like, oh yeah, the fight got canceled or something like that. So, and then when that happened, that was happening like way before COVID. You know what I'm saying? So, when that happened, when COVID did hit, things really got slow. They really got slow, and man, I was to a point where I wanted to get a job and stuff. I really wasn't in the gym, wasn't motivated. I got big, bro. I got up to like 170 pounds, like the biggest I ever got in my life, bro. Like, I just really wasn't focused on boxing. Every now and again when I miss the gym, I'd go back to the gym and stuff, work pads on the bags and stuff like that. But it really wasn't something I was focused on. So one day I came to the gym, and at the time I was training with Coach Rudy. He had told me, they doing some runs in Baytown, like to help you get back in shape. Like they do some runs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You should go out there and try them and stuff like that. So You know, my pops was saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get him out there. I'm gonna get him out there. We went out there, and we started doing the runs with Coach Lopez, and he talking to me and seeing how I work and stuff like that. And he was telling me like, oh yeah, man, you special, this and the other. You know, like you work hard, because I always push myself. I always work hard. I never had a problem with working hard. And I ended up going with Coach Lopez because, you know, Coach Rudy at the time, he was a police officer too. So he really wasn't too much like in the gym with us, like
He's busy.
Yeah, he was always busy. So you know, Coach Lopez, this is his job. You know, he's established in life. You know, he always tell us, that's something Coach Lopez always tell us. He's like, you know, I don't need to live out boxing. I do boxing because I love to do boxing. You know, I want to see y'all do something good. So he always put that in our head and instill that in us. And I know that without boxing, he's okay.
Yeah.
Without boxing, he's good. So he has all the time in the world to focus on boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew like, oh yeah, this is like the right spot to be at.
So you get over there, they see something in you. You know, when does it start to mesh as far as it take to the first fight you have with him, or just throughout the time of training with him? And how long was it until you got there, until he actually was in your corner for a fight?
So around the time when Coach Rudy told me about the runs, it was like October of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was like around October 20. No, it was September 2020 because I had my first fight with Coach Lopez that October.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
so
my first
fight. You
were
there for a couple months.
Yeah, I was there for. I was there for like a couple of weeks actually.
Okay.
So I had started like probably like the beginning of September. We was doing the runs. And
stuff like that. A couple of weeks, and then this
couple of weeks, and I remember I went there and I'm training with Coach, and he asked me like, "Oh, so do you really want to fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really want to fight. I really want to fight." Back to back, 3 months in a row.
Wow.
He gave me fights in Mexico.
He was getting you busy, keeping you busy.
Keeping me busy. He gave me the fights in Mexico. And,
what's? I mean, you know, because I mean, I watch and work with you. I think we all watch you guys on social media. You know, he got such a big presence with the whole team that y'all have, documenting it and putting it out there. What can you say is something unique about Coach Lopez that you've been able to take in?
Man, I feel like Coach Lopez is really underrated. You know, he's been around boxing 40 plus years.
That's a long time.
40 plus years of experience. He's been around boxing. You know, I feel like what makes him unique is his patience with the fighters, his experience of being in the ring. You know, he didn't have guys at that top level. He done took guys to world titles and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so he's been there. He's been there already. So I feel like, you know, we in good hands with that. That's what makes him unique. A lot of guys in Houston, you know, it's a lot of good trainers in Houston, but there's not a lot of teachers. And I feel like he's one of the teachers.
Man, I mean, it's the difference between a coach and a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I mean, I think the world needs more teachers in it. But so, you know, you guys starting to mesh. You say y'all bang, 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 back to back months and fighting and getting it in. I mean, is that when? I mean, did you know off the bat this is where I'm gonna be at, or did it take that?
Man, it was like, I remember the first fight. It's just like how I come back to the corner, even in the gym, like sparring sessions. Like we could be sparring and he'll stop us and be like, okay, you doing this wrong, or you need to do more of this, do more of this. That his interaction, like him being interacting with us, hands on with us. Even when I come back in the corner and during the fight, the way he talked to us in the corner, he not yelling, he not loud. He communicating, he talking. It make you feel calm, make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I remember telling my pops that, like, damn, it's something about Coach, you know, like I feel so like relaxed with him.
Yeah.
Like I could be myself with him, you know. Like,
I think that's a good sign of a good relationship. You know, when there's a way to communicate. I mean, and everybody communicate different, but when you the fighter saying out your mouth that, man, I like this, you know, that got to do wonders for it. So going forward, you know, the first time I seen you,
when
I thought you knew this. First time
I do know though.
First time I saw you, shout out to Rachel Liv Jr.
It's my brother.
He kept telling me, hey man, you don't know Breyon? I said, I heard of him, but I ain't never say. He's like, nah, you need to see him. It wasn't a fight. I was at the gym, and you guys came in, and you were asked to get in the ring and work with Regis.
Yes, sir.
And man, I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but I'm gonna say I was shocked. I was blown away. I'm like, who is this dude? You know, he's like, man, that's Breyon. I'm like, God, that was his first day for camp for Devin Haney.
Yeah. So,
you know, I'm watching you like, oh, young dude in there with the vet. It's gonna be tough for him. No. I can't lie. You made it look real simple. You made it look easy. You was in there working. doing what you do, and I'm like, man, that dude look real comfortable in there. Then I think you had a fight come up. I made sure I attended. I think I've been probably the last 4.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe more, but
I don't remember one that you didn't go to.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been showing up because, man, you kind of got this tidal wave occurring in the boxing water. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Breyon is on his way. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's gonna flood. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. Tell me about getting with OTX, man. How did that happen?
So, man, ooh, that's my favorite part. Like, I love OTX, man. They've been doing me so good. Like, just how they is, the business side of things, and how they
how did the relationship come about?
So, I remember my first fight back at home after fighting in Mexico for a couple of years. I had fought February of 2024. I had fought with Fredo Flores.
For sure.
With Fredo Flores on I fought him on the Red Owl card.
Yep.
And that was my first fight on the zone, my first TV fight.
I was there.
Yeah, man. Ooh, that was that mug right there is so crazy. I had learned so much that night, bro. That mug was so crazy. And OTX happened to be in the house that night.
Absolutely.
Be in the house. So, man, like, I had faced adversity that night. And I came back, I showed it my champion heart, man. I showed that, and I feel like that's what got them interested in me.
Yeah, you came out there like a dog. You know what I'm saying? You showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you tough, you know, and then it's a scary thing because I think that you like a home run hitter. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, I watch your, and don't get me wrong, you can't fault me for it. I watch your fight like, when is it gonna happen? Literally. Literally.
I love that.
I remember we did the little sit down before. I think it was an OTX fight or something. One of them fights. It was
I know what you're talking. It was that Red Owl
fight. Yeah, and you was just telling me, you know, I just do what my coaches say do, and then the knockout comes or whatever. But for me, as a fan of the sport, I'm watching you like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got like this momentum, and it just starts to build, and it's almost electric. You can feel it in the crowd when you about to get interested in getting this guy out of there. You can feel it throughout the arena. You know what I'm saying? So you can't see it, but when you get going, you can feel it. People get to leaning at the end. Like, oh, here it comes. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do it. You know, but you know, watching you put guys on the mat, watching you face adversity. I remember the one where you got that nasty knockout with the left.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we was chopping it up about. I remember right before that.
Yeah, that knockout in particular, it was picture perfect. And for you to accidentally predict it, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, you know, I'm just gonna do what they say do, and the knockout normally happens. And it happened. I'm like, man, this dude nasty. But working with OTX, what I see is they keeping you popping on social media. They constantly got your name flowing. You know, OTX has been looking like a real good move for you. Yeah,
brother, man. We had got a lot of offers. When I had got out my contract with Cameron Duncan, I had got out in August of 2023. That's when I got out.
Was it any trouble getting out or no?
No, we've been wanting to get we wanted him to release us because, like I said, he was shoving us and stuff.
But he
wasn't releasing us. And now that I know he was going through a sickness, he was sick at the time.
For sure.
We really couldn't get in contact.
Do business the right way.
And Lord rest his soul, man, he ended up passing away probably like a month or two after. No, actually, he passed away December after my fight.
Right.
The one we was chopping it up about. He passed away after that fight.
Right.
And I had just got the contract with him like that August.
Wow.
Yeah, man. The business was bad, but we had, when we got a contract with him, we had a lot of offers, man, from a lot of people, from top rank. It's just like what the business was like, you know, what the business side of things does. We had got an offer from everybody besides Matchroom. So
everybody had their eyes on it.
Everybody had their eyes on this, man.
It's crazy. You never know who's looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, but for you, everybody looking. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, you with OTX, you got this fight coming up September 20th. That's wild time because you the headliner. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be a feeling.
Lord. Thank you, Lord.
That's a feeling, ain't it?
That's a beautiful feeling.
Man. I mean, we about to watch you go be the lame guy. How does that feel?
Man, it's it came out how it's supposed to be. You know, Coach told me one thing, and it was he told me years ago, around 2021, like, if we do things this way, how I was supposed to do, it's gonna be a domino effect. Man. He was correct.
So you can say this is part of that domino effect.
It's part of that domino effect.
You know, to say that you've been pushing for so long, you had times of uncertainty where you think about not doing it. You had time off being shelved. You know, Mexico. You know, you've done the local thing, and to get different offers later on, and make this choice, and now you on a certain kind of stage that you know you really preparing yourself for even bigger things. Tell me about this fight coming up, though. Man. You prepare the same way, or what?
How I feel about this fight, brother? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100.
You gotta keep it 1,000, bro.
100 with you. I feel like, man, everything's pointing in my direction. You know, we got a guy in there on paper. The fight look real close. You know, I done seen the guy. You know, I don't never take nobody lightly. I train like I'm fighting Mike Tyson every fight. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this fight gonna be a lot easier than what a lot of people think. This guy, he 19-0. I'm 19-0. On paper, it look close, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna show his levels, man.
Somebody gotta go type of thing, man. That's big, though. That's big. So you know, I know it's early on. How far in the distance do you think titles and all that stuff show up?
Man, so you know, this gonna be our first minor title. We fight for the IBF. Yeah, North American title. So, man, I give it another year or two.
Yeah,
I get another year or two.
And then you're gonna have to kind of be mentioned in there in them rankings.
Definitely. I feel like after this fight, they gonna have to mention us.
So I mean, I'm asking because I don't know, but the IBF North American, you saying?
Yeah.
Does that somehow put you in range of IBF's actual rankings?
Yeah, it puts us in the top 15 in the world for the IBF.
Okay.
Top 15. Yeah.
So being successful September 20th puts you in the top 15 in the sanctioning body.
That's right.
That's big. Would that be the first time you entering that type of?
Yeah, I know. Coach told me like if we get it, once we get one sanctioning body, like all the rest of them just follow.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna follow suit. You know, I think you got the right one though.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like they keep the process going.
Yeah.
I don't think they do too much, you know, holding it and this and that. You're going to have to defend it and keep it going. You got to keep the chain going, you know. I think that's big, bro. You have an opportunity to fight for a version of an IBF title. That's big. I mean, as a pro, I mean, we all want the bread, but to have those titles, they got to mean something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to ask you if you in it for money or legacy, because it got to be a good mixture of both. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Is that how you see it?
How I look at it, I know with legacy, the money gonna come.
Absolutely.
You know, of course, I'm in it for the business too. You know, we prize for at the end of the day. Like the window of boxing is not that big.
Right.
You know, I'm 24 years old. I set myself a goal. At 32 years old, I want to be done with boxing. You know, that's the goal I set for myself. I'm 24 years old now, so you know, every move got to be the right move, and I make the right investments if I want to retire at that age. So,
man, what could you, if you could go back in time and talk to young Breyon starting his amateur career, what could you tell him that you didn't know then?
I could tell him, like, man, you know, you're going to have some hard times in the future, but just stay strong, stay solid, keep working hard, keep doing what you're doing. And, you know, I had to learn that on the way up. You know, it was like I said, it was times where I was weary in the moment, like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. Like, I lost motivation.
Yeah.
I wasn't motivated, you know, and that's something I would have told myself, like, maybe if that time when I wasn't motivated, that time where COVID was happening, if I could have been working in that time, like, things would have probably been different too, for sure.
Growing up, did you have any influences with the sport of guys that you used to watch or admire?
Yeah. Man, so many, bro. So many guys.
Give me some of them, man.
A lot of guys, like, you know, a lot of guys before us, man, you know, boxing got a history, man. You know, one of the first people was, like, my uncles.
Okay, because that's right there.
Yeah, he right there. You know, like I said, he was around me. That was one of the guys I was going to his fights. We sit in the front row.
What was his name?
Duke Tanner. Duke Tanner. Yeah, man, he got a story, man. If I can run it to you, you know, Duke Tanner, you know, that was my uncle. Y'all can look him up, man. He went to jail in 2004 for drug conspiracy. The time he went to jail, he was 19-0. The same record I am right now. So
you kind of continuing the legacy going forward.
Yeah, continuing the legacy. He was the same age as me, 24 years old, 19-0. You know, he had just fought on ESPN. You know, he was super, man. He was super, but you know, his career got cut short. You know, because he's trying to get money the fast, so he tried to do things a little bit different.
You were able to learn from watching your uncle?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, good or bad?
Yeah.
I mean,
man, that's what he always said. He set the example to me all the time. He'd be like, man, don't never do what I did. You know, like, when things go hard, man, keep doing what you're doing. Like,
man, That's big, bro. That's big, man. Because a lot of people, they got to go scrape their knees up before they learn not to scrape their knees up. You got real live examples in front of you that you can relate to, that you learn from. They're like, hey, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna move like that, you know. And then I'm not in Gary, but I'm gonna speak for here. Here, you got a lot of young fighters that know exactly who you are. You got a lot of young guys that look up to you at this point, you know, where you are. I mean, you in the position that a lot of guys want to be in, you know. You almost got the world right there at your palms here in a second, you know what I'm saying? You really on attack mode in your career, you know. And I think the type of person that you are, it resonates to a lot of guys in the sport, whether they just fans or they young guys trying to find their way or they fellow pros that shout the salute to you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't think you're doing it any wrong. You're doing your career all the justice you could possibly do. So tell me, you got to let me know the real.
For sure.
What do you do to get away from boxing?
Man, so, you know, I'm really like a family person, bro.
For sure.
No, I really don't club. I don't like going out and stuff like that. How I kick it, bro, I like to eat. I like to go out with my girl, go out with my brothers. I like playing a video game.
You like being with the fam?
I like being with the fam, man. That's something I cherish a lot.
It means something.
It really means something, man, because that's who I do it for. I do this for my family, you know. When I first came into boxing, you know, I wanted to give myself a better life and give my family a better life, you know, because I know where we come from. Like, we come from, like, hard times, man.
For sure.
Really hard times, you know. And I love my mom and my pops. They did everything they could for us, you know, but we always didn't have the best stuff.
Yeah.
But they did what we had what we needed to have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So you said, speaking of this plate, because you like to eat, there's no fight coming up. Ooh. You ain't got to get in no shape for nothing. And they said, Breyon, you name it, we gonna get it. What's on the plate, bro?
Olive Garden. Bro, it's my ritual. Like,
you like Italian food?
Yeah, Italian food. I ain't gonna lie, breakfast food.
Yeah.
Like, I can eat that all day, every day.
Pancakes.
I can eat it in the middle of the night. I can eat it in the middle of the day. I can eat it in the morning. I can eat it at any time. But I ain't gonna lie, after weigh-ins, bro, it's been a ritual for me. Like, even in the past, like, since I've been fighting in the U.S., February 2024, Olive Garden after weigh-ins every time.
I can expect whenever you're done with boxing for the restaurant to open up, it's always breakfast at Breyon's.
Hey, you know that. Hey, breakfast food, bro.
Breakfast 24 hours a day, huh?
Bro, IHOP get rich on me, man. I'm telling you, like, IHOP be getting rich on me, bro. Like, I love IHOP, bro. Breakfast food, I'm
a breakfast guy too, man. So you get on the game, bro. What games you be on?
Man, bro, anything you name it, bro.
Anything.
From Undisputed to UFC to Call of Duty to GTA. Shoot, everything, bro. I be on everything.
Give me your Mount Rushmore top 5 greatest boxers.
Mount Rushmore top 5. At number 5, Muhammad Ali.
All right. Why?
Man, because he was one of the. I feel like he was one of the alien-like heavyweights at his time. You know, with his speed, his athleticism and stuff. You know, he wasn't like the normal heavyweights. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was different.
Gotcha.
And I feel like even some heavyweights, the closest heavyweight like him at this point in time today is probably like Tyson Fury.
For sure.
Yeah, Tyson Fury.
They got that textbook able to box.
Yeah, and he moved good on his feet too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and my boy, use it too. Use it. Use it. Number 4, use it.
You got Usyk on there?
I got Usyk on there.
Tell me why. Is it because of the cruiserweight, undisputed to heavyweight? Yeah. That's a challenge.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is, and just his IQ in the ring.
Yeah, he's very smart.
His IQ in the ring, he different.
Gotcha.
You know, definitely one of the best fighters on the planet, and
absolutely,
yeah, in history of boxing.
Absolutely, sure. He up there easily. Who you got number 3?
Number 3. I'm gonna say Inoue. Inoue.
He dangerous.
Inoue a bad man.
He dangerous.
Inoue a bad man.
He closed the show real quick.
Yeah, Inoue is a bad man, man. Like, he really earned my respect. This last fight he fought,
when he got up.
Yeah, when he got dropped and he got up. You know, he showed that dog and how he can calculate everything, man. Like, that dude, he broke him down and he was smart enough. Like, he gave him that punch. That dude never got that punch no more.
I was about to say that the way to fight when you would have thought that never happened. Just after the fact, he didn't even. It was a past thought of him being knocked down. It never came back up as a problem or nothing like that.
Nah, man.
You know,
that dude,
he's a bad dude.
That dude is different, man. Anyway, it's different.
He is.
Anyway,
So you got Ali, Usyk in a way.
Yeah. Number two, I got my boy Terrence.
Bud
Crawford.
He about to do something that's the unthinkable. Tell me about what you think about that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I love Bud, man. I love Bud.
Come on, man. Tell me about it.
I don't think he's gonna take this one though.
It's a tough fight.
I don't think he's taking this one. I think this is a business move for him. He's 37 years old.
He'll be 38 before the month over.
Before
the fight. Well, right after the fight.
Man, he's 37 years old. This is a business move for him. Canelo, what, 33 years old?
Nah, 34, 35.
34, 35, man. He in his prime still, you know.
I mean, yeah, right at 70 fights.
Yeah, that's 70 training camps. I ain't gonna lie.
And he just started this camp with Boots.
Come on, man. You think, all right, so look. Terrence Crawford is not the best defensive fighter.
Okay.
You know,
I don't think he is.
He's known for his offense. For
he does get hit from time to time.
At 154, he ain't hurt this dude. Now, one time at 154,
he just outboxed.
He outboxed him.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he's keeping Canelo off of him. These two guys who got the same amount of like a superstardom, they at the same level. They at the same level really.
Mm-hmm.
You got a bigger guy, Canelo. He been there 70 times. You know,
fought some light heavyweights.
He fought some light heavyweights, knocked him out. Man, I don't see him knocking Canelo out. That's out
that's out the window.
That's out the window. And I don't see him keeping up 12 rounds of him outboxing Canelo and not getting hurt and hit.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's no way. There's no way it ain't gonna happen. I feel like Canelo, once he start getting on that horse, he gonna take the round. I feel like I give Canelo like a unanimous decision, majority decision.
Okay. Okay. So we got 4. What's the one guy we ain't saying?
Floyd Mayweather.
Tell me why, and it can't be some general shit that everybody said about Floyd. What do you see?
All right, so in boxing, I feel like in boxing, what makes you the greatest is who you fight and what you did in the sport. No matter what nobody say, Floyd fought the best fighters. He fought them at the right time. See, they want to say Pacquiao was too old.
He's older than Pacquiao.
He older than Pacquiao. They want to say he was too old for Cotto. He was older than Cotto. Come on, hey, people this kind of stuff.
You can't age a guy out that he's older than.
Exactly. Come on, and even after Floyd, Pacquiao went on to win the world title.
That's facts.
You see what I'm saying? So
he fought a great fighter.
He fought a great fighter, and even at the beginning of his career, Pretty Boy Floyd, he was fighting them guys. Diego Corrales.
One of my favorite fights.
Bro, Diego Corrales was a fucking dog, bro.
He was the boogeyman.
He was the boogeyman.
I think Floyd even had doubts about that fight.
Come on, man. And you see what he did to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what he did to him?
He got dropped like 4 or 5 times or something crazy like that.
Man. And they want to say Canelo was too young. Canelo had more fights than Floyd. He had 44.
40-something fights, yeah.
And Floyd had 42.
Yeah.
And he was a world champion at the time.
I don't think he was too young. I think
it was the right time.
I think Floyd was just, sometimes guys are just out of your class. He just outclassed him, you know what I'm saying? He stood right in front of him. He didn't go anywhere, you know. He just beat him up right in front of him, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing, bro. I think I always ask guys, you know, who they like, because you can kind of start to see what they look at, you know. Do you ever look at your division that you currently in and the guys that hold titles and ever think in your mind, I could beat him?
Oh yeah, a lot of them guys.
You think that way?
You know, the number one guy right now, I'm gonna be in the IBF. So the guy who got the IBF at 140 is, I think, Richard Hitchens.
Yeah.
Richard Hitchens. I didn't watch him. I've been watching him.
Yeah, Africa got the belt right now in the IBF.
Yeah.
So would that ever cross your mind?
Oh yeah, that definitely crossed my mind, man. Even the guys from 135, I know they're gonna come up in a little bit.
Absolutely.
The Keyshawn Davises.
Well, yeah, I think he's there now. Yeah. Just, you know, waiting on probation to be over.
Nah, for sure. You know, Shakur, that's my brother. I love Shakur too.
Yeah.
You know, I love to have that type of fight too.
Talk to me about it, because you know, if you tuned in to OTX, we all saw Shakur step into the ring after your win, man. I mean, you got a guy who's shining brighter than the sun, got in the ring to show his respect and admiration to you. I know that felt good. Tell me about your relationship with Shakur Stevenson. What was that? Man, that was so big for me, man. That was one of the guys I was watching coming up, you know, like I was watching him when he was going to the Olympics and things like that. You know, Shakur, that was super big for me. That was super motivational for me, man. Like, you know, I could never thank him for nothing. You work with him?
Yeah, we sparred a couple times. You know, we talked from time to time again. You know, we looking to do some business with each other in the future too. I ain't gonna speak too much up on it, but I ain't gonna lie, look, it's getting real, bro, for sure. And that's my brother though, man. I love Shakur though, but you know, I'm always open to fight all the best fighters in the world. That's all I wanted to say. I always say like, you know, I want to go out fighting the best fighters on the planet.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how it goes.
Is that something that's either in you, because everybody don't move like that? You know what I'm saying? Some guys kind of like it easier, the path kind of set up. You saying, give me the tallest tree, I'm trying to chop it down.
Definitely, man. You know, I gotta respect guys like Ryan Garcia, like Devin Haney. They ain't never ducking nobody.
Yeah, they'll do it.
They ain't never ducking nobody. I respect them type of guys. I feel like you more respect them when you fight them tough fights and put yourself in there. Yeah. And put your career on the line. Put that on the line. It's a lot of great fighters, man, that got losses. So
absolutely. I mean, 99% of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's only probably less than 1% that ending it with perfect records. You know what I'm saying? And outside of Floyd, and you got Dre and a few other, you know, there are people who had perfect records, but it's very few and far between. You know, Muhammad Ali looked at as the greatest, and he got 5 losses. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How important is being disciplined? Because every time I see you, you in pretty good shape. You know what I'm saying? How important is that for you? Man, discipline is everything. You know, that's something Coach Lopez always talked to us about, man. You know, he always tell us, like, we got to stay on point. We got to stay ready, you know. So when opportunity comes, we ready for it. You know, so discipline is, I feel like that's a big part of boxing, because there's so many distractions out here in the world outside of boxing, you know, with the women, with friends and this, then the other things like that. You know, I've been still younger coming up, like, you know, always focus on the main goal. You know, anything else outside of that, you know, it's going to always be there. You know, like I told you, like, boxing got a window of opportunity. You know, so, you know, I can kick it right now, well, my homies and this and the other, and have to catch up, or I could just be focused, make to my goal. My homie's still gonna be here. I can kick it, and I have more to give. I have money. Then it's easier when the homies understand what you're doing. Yeah. So, you know, me and you had a conversation a while back, and I'm gonna bring it back full term from how I started it. You told me, I'm looking at being the face of Houston boxing. Tell me what that is, bro. What that mean? Man, honestly, how I feel like I already am, bro. After this fight is really gonna solidify. You know, we got a lot of beautiful talent in Houston, man. A lot of guys in Houston ain't my brothers. Michael Angeletti, Marquise Taylor, a lot of guys, man. The list go on and on. You know, but I feel like I'm doing it at different. You know, I feel different than a lot of these guys. I definitely feel different than a lot of guys, and you know, I leave that up to the people of Houston. You know. So you got the fight coming up, man. Go ahead and let the camera know what day, you know, how they watch it, what network, you know, do the little commercial one time. For sure, man. So September 20th, man, we fight for the IBF North American title. It's gonna be here in Houston at the, I think, Bayou Music Event Center. On the Zone, you know, my people overtime, they putting their work in for me. They got me this card. You know, main event headliner, man. You know, it's just the beginning for us. You know, this type of situation I'm in now, it seemed far-fetched a long time ago, but you know, we're here, man, and I'm so blessed, man. I'm so thankful. You know, God put me in position. He put all the dominoes in effect for me, man. They all fall into place how they supposed to, man. I just got to give glory to God for everything, man, because He put me in a position, man. He kept me focused. That's solid. And that's what it is. That's solid. That's the way you staying grounded. You know, I know your family back home, your new family out here, your future family, everybody proud of where you're going. I know I'm proud of watching you. You know, that fast you done blew up, you know what I'm saying? You making some waves, man, and we can't wait to you be on that stage fighting for that actual title, and because it's around the corner. Yes, sir. Because if we here right now, that'll be here before you know it. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's all we'll give them today, man. And we gonna tap back in on the other side of this fight, maybe do a little review or something like that, chop it up or whatever. But man, we appreciate you for pulling up, bro, allowing me to pull up, getting the gym open and things. You know what I'm saying? I feel exclusive up in here. You are exclusive, bro. You are exclusive. Man, you've been supporting me for a long time, bro. I'm thankful for you just for help putting the eyes on me, bro. You know, you're doing this for a lot of people in Houston. We ain't gonna stop neither. We gonna keep doing what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I'm the man behind the hands, Mo City Menis, and we here with grind time himself.
Let's go, man.
Mr. Breyon Gorham. Appreciate you, dog.
Show, brother. It's love, man. It's love, baby.
And we out.